It just gets worse. This whole coronavirus 19 pandemic is just gotten worse as states continue to make moves that will no doubt anger his supporters. But this should be angering them even more. After the biotech company Moderna became the second pharmaceutical firm in recent weeks to announce promising initial results from its clinical trials of COVID-19 vaccine, the Trump administration was quick to claim credit for the success and development effort. But unlike the vaccine developed by Pfizer, which announced its preliminary positivity evaluation of over 90% efficiency just days after the election, the Moderna drug was part of the regime's Operation Warp Speed rapid response effort. Donald Trump was heavily criticized when he tried to take credit for the Pfizer vaccine, despite the fact that it was developed independently of Operation Warp Speed, citing the government's advanced commitment to buy nearly $2 billion worth of the company's products as his rationale. I gotta talk about this Operation Warp Speed. Who do you think you are, Trump? Captain Kirk? Picard? I know you're too white to be Captain Sisko. You're too completely unattractive to be Captain Janeway. You're too old to be Captain and Archer. And honestly, even if you had a sex change and a color change, you would be still way too ugly than Commander Burnham. While the modern vaccine was developed through the Trump regime's program, many questions were raised when the president's Barbie doll daughter, Ivonka, revealed an interesting timeline of her father's initial discussions with the company in a self-congratulatory tweet of the news of the vaccine's reported success. This tweet here: fact check, the Moderna NIH vaccine is literally one of the president that the president at Real Donald Trump partnered with the Moderna to create on January 13th, 2020. I repeat, January 13th, 2020. Just be happy. This is great news for America and the world. Oh, God. I try not to call women who are blonde and don't have any intelligence dumb blondes, but this woman fits the description to a T. The date that Ivonka gave in this tweet for the initiation of the relationship that she described as a partnership between her father and the biotech company was a full week before the first case of COVID-19 was detected in the United States, and 10 days ahead of Donald Trump's anti-prophetic claim that the threat from the coronavirus was, in his words, quoting Donald Trump again, totally under control. If Ivanka's timeline is true, the fact that the president was already making deals for a vaccine before acknowledging the magnitude of the danger that the outbreak could reach seemingly confirms the accusations that were made by Bob Woodward in his book Rage, that Trump knew about the potential severity of the coming pandemic and did nothing properly to inform the public of its dangers, much less begin to develop an effective strategy to combat it. Which means, in layman's terms, he knew about it, he didn't tell anybody about it, and he let it spread and let Americans die. That's the case for murder, in my view. But instead, Trump continued to downplay the risks of the virus and reportedly only informed his select allies and wealthy supporters in private briefings of the coming risk, many of whom profited handsomely from their advanced knowledge of the economic challenges and opportunities that the outbreak would bring, which means, in layman's terms, they profited off the death of Americans. The implications of the timeline revealed by the president's boneheaded, empty-headed, dumb blonde daughter were not lost on those who read her posts on Twitter, and they wasted no time in letting her know what they thought of her and her father's apparent deceptions in regards to the virus. Here are just a few examples. Where Ivanka's boasting fact check was an inadvertent disclosure of the conspicuous evidence of a conspiracy and a profiteering opportunity or a wrong-headed attempt at stolen valor in the battle against the pandemic will require some serious investigations by a congressional committee or a special counsel team to determine. Trump, honestly, I'm going to freeze on that real quick. Honestly, Trump, you and your whole damn family need to be locked up at this point. Your dollar just revealed a crime. A crime that cost hundreds of thousands of Americans their lives, and this country its sense of normalcy. Either way, perhaps it's best if the first daughter... You know what? I can't even call this woman the first daughter. I can't even call her that. The first dumb blonde would probably be more preferable. Either way, it's perhaps best if the first dumb blonde avoided any involvement in trying to rehabilitate her dad's horrendous reputation as the man who launched 11.2 million COVID cases and counting in this country and presided over the worst outbreak in the world. He's already lost the election and doesn't need any more incriminating evidence of his dereliction of duty being revealed just as his inhumanity from persecution is about to expire. And yes, it is, Trump. I'm going to make this clear to you. You are damn lucky that I'm not a cop or a federal prosecutor, because I would get in my car right now, quarantine regulations be damned, and I would have your ass locked up for this. Quite honestly, Trump, I really don't know how you sleep at night. Maybe you sleep with one or two hookers in your bed, maybe? Maybe that's how you sleep? Maybe you sleep with a bed full of money? Maybe you're actually sleeping with your daughter, and I really can't even fathom that. But this is coming, Trump. The eviction notice is coming. January 20th, your ass is out of office, and I promise you, one way or another, you are going to be called to account for this. And thanks to your stupid, dumb blonde daughter of yours, whom you said multiple times you want to sleep with, her ass is on the line too. Oh yes, it is, Ivonka. Next time you want to try to defend the daddy's little girl, maybe it's time for you to start rethinking whatever you post or whatever you say. Because quite honestly, I'm going to enjoy watching the Trump regime fall, the Trump family fall. And the first person who's going to fall is going to be you, Ivonka, right next to your father. And I am going to love every single moment of it. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left. Justice to the right. The eviction notice is coming, Trump. It's coming.